Hey guys, welcome back to Gretchen's Bakery. Today I have another Christmas cake decorating video for you. If you haven't seen my last video, my most recent one for how to decorate a Grinch cake for Christmas with 2 recipes and no special tools required, you have to check that out. Now the reason I'm bringing that up because this is another very easy recipe for beginners, really, with no special tools required. If you guys know anything about me, even from way back in the beginning of my start here on YouTube when I still owned my bakery, I was the self-proclaimed MacGyver in the bakery kitchen because I never really was too much of a decorator here on my channel. Of course, I did tons of decorating in my bakery, but here on YouTube, I really do stick to the recipes. But I wanted to share with you this new technique and a method for how to make really stunning Christmas cakes with really very minimal tools. Really, all you need is a silicone mold to make the little cake balls that we're baking the batter into, and then I show you a super simple technique for molding the white chocolate to make these fantastic silver and gold ornaments that are just so stunning, and they're really not that hard to make. So I'm going to show you step by step how I did this. Really, all I had was, I think, a paintbrush, some gold and silver luster dust, my silicone sphere molds, and that was really all I needed. So trust me, you guys are going to be able to pull this off. And of course, we're using the best recipes from Gretchen's Vegan Bakery, so you know that this cake is going to taste amazing. So check it out. Okay, so I am using my red velvet cake recipe for these little cakes, and the full tutorial and recipe for how to make the red velvet cake is linked below at gretchensveganbakery.com, but of course you can use any recipes that you like best. I've baked my cakes and now they are cooling, so now in those same molds it's time to make the white chocolate shell. I've melted an entire package and I just pour enough melted chocolate into the cavity of the molds to fill it to the top, but then turn them upside down to pour out the excess, leaving just a thin shell to remain. This will set up pretty quickly, so I do just make 1 or 2 at a time so I can control the thickness of the shells. Scrape off the edges and then repeat for however many cakes you're making. You will need 2 half spheres for each cake. Now definitely reuse that excess that you've poured out and just simply remelt it and then repeat. Once the shell is solid, you can now get to inserting the cakes. Just check to make sure that your cake is not coming out above the chocolate shell, and if it is, you're just going to want to trim that up so that it sits just below the edge. Now I'm using my vegan cream cheese buttercream icing, and a small bit goes into the chocolate shell first, then insert the trimmed up cake, and then the other half goes on with a small amount for the filling. Now once you get all of your cakes assembled, you're going to take a bit more white chocolate and paint the seam to seal it. And I'm actually painting the entire surface of the ornaments though, because I want my baubles to be texturized. Once you get them all painted up with the white chocolate, go ahead and get your luster dust and some vodka mixed up. Don't worry, the alcohol evaporates off, and that's exactly why we use alcohol, because all the moisture evaporates away and leaves behind this brilliant shine. While those ornament cakes are drying, take some of the extra white chocolate and make the hooks by piping a small, delicate oval shape. But be sure to make a few extras though, because these are thin and they can break easily. Next, for that little metal piece that holds the hook into place on the actual ornament, I'm not really sure what that's called, but I just needed something that would mold the chocolate to the thickness of about 1/2 inch. So I grabbed one of my square cookie cutters, and it didn't really have to be square, since once the chocolate is just under set, I take another small cookie cutter to cut out the rounds. Just size it up to make sure that it's in good proportion to the baubles, then cut them out. I'm also marking the edges to make it look a bit more realistic, and paint them up the same way, then attach it with a small bit of white chocolate. And last is that little hook, and that's really how simple. I mean, it's simple, but definitely time consuming. So with a little patience and some minimal tools that you probably already have, you too can make these stunning Christmas ornament cakes. So what do you think? Not too hard, right? I did have some trials and errors with this one, but I have nailed it down and shown you guys exactly step by step what you'll have to do to avoid any kind of disasters. You leave the disasters up to me, and then I'll show you the right way to do it. I think the red velvet cake with the cream cheese buttercream filling for this one is an excellent choice, because just the red, when you pop open these little Christmas ornament cakes, the red is just so stunning, and it tastes amazing too. So it's not your traditional way to eat a cake, because of course it does have the white chocolate shell on here, but still, I mean, for me, I prefer white chocolate over fondant every day. It's just way easier to work with, and it tastes better too. Does it taste better too? Oh my god. This recipe is so moist and so delicious, and the really good thing about it is that the white chocolate coating is going to keep these cakes fresh inside for days. So you can get a jump on your Christmas holiday planning and all the preparations that are needed to go into pulling off a fabulous Christmas party. Rest assured that you can definitely get into making this recipe like 3-4 days ahead of time, and your cakes inside are still going to be moist. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope that you will subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I upload new baking videos every week. If you like this video, be sure to give me a like too, and comment below, because I do answer all the comments. And I do want to just plug my new book. Yes, I wrote a book. It is now available for pre-order on Amazon. It's called Modern Vegan Baking. It's 125 recipes, all new recipes that I haven't shared with you guys before. So please definitely click the link below if you want to go ahead and check that out. Pre-order it, make sure you secure your copy so you get it first. And I really just want to say thanks to all of you guys for all the support. You guys are awesome, especially my patrons on Patreon and my pals in PayPal. A lot of you have been around for the last couple of years supporting me, and some of you are new, and I really just appreciate every single one of you so much, whether it's $1 a month or my higher level patrons and PayPal pals. You guys are just really so awesome, so thank you so much. If you think that you can help support me and Gretchen's Bakery for really as little as $1 a month, just click the links below to find out how. Alright you guys, until next time, happy baking. I'll see you soon.